it feels like it has been so unbelievably long since we have had a multiplayer game that truly feels like an amazing experience. Especially when it comes to the hero shooter genre. For the longest time, this genre has been dominated by Overwatch, and you can have whatever opinion you want about Overwatch, but common consensus is most people do not like it. Sony tried to dip their toes into the basket with Concord. So anyway, Marvel Rivals is, I'm going to say it like it is. Marvel Rivals, flat out, no debate, no question of any kind. This is the best hero shooter we have had probably since the original Overwatch, before Blizzard went doo-doo in their mama's bed with it. Okay, so I guess this game does have story. I couldn't really find it. I think there's ways you unlock it through challenges and the battle pass, but I didn't care enough to buy that or do that, so I kind of Googled it, and from what I can gather, basically Doctor Doom has waged war against Doctor Doom from the year 2099. So basically that has caused multiple okay, this is what the official website says. The merciless clash between tyrannical dictator Doctor Doom and his future counterpart from the year 2099 has forced countless universes to collide in the time stream entanglement, creating new worlds and crises unknown. That's basically all the story I know, so I guess Galactica, or whatever her name is, has brought a bunch of other heroes from universes to basically stop them. I wouldn't know that because it's never told to you in game, and two, you never see Doctor Doom in the game. You hear like Captain America mention him once or twice, but also, who gives a diddly dick? It's like that has almost no bearing to the overall game. What is important is the gameplay. Um, I mean, obviously it's fantastic. You've seen how much people are loving this game. It's fantastic. I will say this video will be very funny if like in a year or two we come back to this game and it has pulled an Overwatch and it's just dog balls now. But we're focused on the now. So one thing that I will say about this game that is out the gate beautiful, beautiful. All 33 playable characters are free to play, ready to go right out the gate. And I don't want this to be a look back callback to Overwatch 2 and the way it handled the free to play model. But considering it is the primary free to play hero shooter right now, it's going to be some comparison, but I'll try not to make it the whole thing. But yeah, all 33 playable characters right out the gate, which is awesome. And they all play really in their own completely unique way. Yes, you can say, oh, some are similar than others because there's melee attackers, there's gun shooters, there's stuff like that. But at, at the same time, you have Punisher, who uses an AR, and you have the Winter Soldier, who primarily uses a pistol hand cannon sort of thing. Or you have Iron Man, who has his suit, he can fly from the sky, shoot repulsor blasts from the air, or Penny Parker, who's basically the diva of this game. I don't know if she can actually leave the suit because I didn't really play a ton of her, so I'm not 100% sure. Really, if anybody's the diva of this game, it's Bruce Banner / the Hulk. Tell me I'm wrong. But everyone in this game plays similarly, but differently. And then, of course, you have freaking Jeff, We all we all love Jeff. All my homies love Jeff. Jeff is objectively the best character in this game. Probably not competitively, but just if you haven't seen Jeff, Google Jeff. He is Jeff is Jeff. We all love Jeff. If I had to say some characters that, in my opinion, really stand out for this game, I would probably say who are some standout characters? Iron Fist, because for some reason they decided to make him the bane of everyone's existence, but we'll get to that later because they gave him very fast punches, they gave him triple jumps, and they gave him wall running. So fun. Star-Lord is notable. He's very fast shooting, very sporadic shooting with his abilities. And Spider-Man, because he's Spider-Man. And he plays exactly like Spider-Man. Very challenging, but very good if you get used to it. Oh yeah, and Punisher, who is my main, who literally, dude, if you have even moderately good aim with Punisher, you ever seen how fast butter melts in a microwave? That's how fast he can kill you. Now, of course, as you can tell from the title of this video, I play this on console. So aiming is not my strong suit. But listen, dude, I am a shit tier player, and I have dropped 40 kill games sometimes with the Punisher. He is awesome. I just want to brag about my baby. But anyway, what are the actual game modes like? Very familiar. Very familiar if you've played like Overwatch 2 to a degree. Granted, I haven't played that game in a very long time, so I don't really remember the game modes, but I know Convoy. Convoy everyone knows. You just lead the thing, the chariot, the container thing to the other end of the arena or stop that from happening. There is Convergence, which actually you know what? I'll talk about Convergence in a minute. So, I forget the actual name of the game mode, but capture the objective basically. Your team goes to the objective and just stands there until 100% of it is captured, and it's basically whichever team does that first. Now, Convergence, back to Convergence, it's basically both of those game modes combined. So the first part is securing an objective, which is very short, it can be done very quickly, and then leading that objective to the other end of the arena. And I'm gonna say it, I despise Convoy. I could go on a 30-minute rant of how much I hate Convoy. Convergence is fine. It's not bad. None of them are bad. It's just my cup of tea. Convergence is fun, but I've had too many games where my team has been 1 second off winning the round because they couldn't secure it in time, and then in the last 10 seconds losing that. Yeah, that's been fun. But capture the objective is my favorite part because at least with capture the objective, it's almost always a blowout. It's either you are getting stomped or you are doing the stomping. At least that's been my experience. The other interesting fact gameplay-wise about this game is the game is 6v6, which going into this game, I actually thought it was going to be 5v5, but it's not. Also, certain maps, so the maps, from what I can remember, I should have wrote these down, but from what I can remember, there's Wakanda, or a Wakanda-themed area, there's an Asgard-themed area, there's Planet Null, or wherever the symbiotes are from, and I think there's... Oh, yes, I forget what the name of it is, but it's where the Master Weaver is, so it's like a Spider-Verse themed map. And maybe there's one other, but I can't remember it. And certain maps and certain objectives are factually just built better for certain characters. I will say one issue I do have with these Overwatch-esque, air quotes with Overwatch-esque style game modes is it's very easy to funnel the opponent. Like, for example, the Punisher has a turret that you can just plop it down and fire with it. And I cannot begin to describe to you how easy it is to just funnel enemies into a small area and just Swiss cheese them. Now, if you have proper communication, obviously you can overcome that. But let's be honest with ourselves. We're playing this game on our own. Maybe you're in a party, but a lot of people are playing this by themselves. There's no communication. It's not like the team-based game most people think it is. So, yes, anything can be overcame, whatever the word is. But I don't know. It does feel 50-50. So, which I guess doesn't feel unfair. This is what okay. This is what I will say about certain characters. Everyone in this game, to some degree, is overpowered. There is no like maybe there is like one character that is overpowered like more so than the other, but everyone in the game from my experience, everyone in the game has felt overpowered to some degree. You can get stomped or stomp with any character. It just depends on how well do you know them. And I haven't really played a multiplayer game in a while that feels like that. And I like it because I mean, half of you getting crushed is just your own lack of skill. Which, yes, I know that can go for anything, but Overwatch 2, there are objectively characters that are way better than others. But with this, I feel like Punisher, Scarlet Witch, Penny Parker, Venom, Magic, it doesn't matter. Any of those characters, I feel like, could be completely evenly matched, depending on, like, the scenario. Does that make sense? Am I talking out of my ass here? I don't know. There is another game mode. And it is my personal favorite. I mean, there's competitive, like, ranked play. I don't really care about that. I will say before I move on to the other game mode, top rank and ranked is called one above all. I like that. That makes me happy. But anyway, the other game mode. Arcade. I forget what the actual mode is called, but basically it's kill confirmed, but not really, kind of, maybe it is. I wasn't a Call of Duty guy. So you kill the opponent, you pick up the red orbs they dropped. First team to 50 points, or team with the most points after 3 to 5 minutes, I forget how long it is the winner. And it is the most fun in this game, in my opinion. You know how I said every character feels evenly matched, like, against each other, like, overpowered wise? This is where that shows off. There's no funneling. There's no scenario where you're getting the drop on the other team. It is everyone feels equally matched. Except for motherfucking Iron Fist. I cannot describe to you how many games I have gotten my Iron Fist was built so the arcade mode has one arena. It is like an octagonal, hexagonal shaped arena in the Master Weaver's world. Triple jumps, by the way, wall running, fast punches. He is so god dang annoying on this map. I cannot stand him. And everyone runs him. Everyone runs him. It would be easier to find a unicorn than to find a round of arcade mode where Iron Fist is not being ran by someone. Mini rant. But that game mode is still so fun. I absolutely love it. Something else I will say that made me so happy. This game I don't feel. Granted, I don't spend money on these games, so I'm not the best person to ask. This game does not feel over monetized. It it feels like the battle pass isn't a ridiculous ask for what it is, and the skins. Okay, I didn't check prices, so maybe the prices are stupid. But from what I could tell, they did not seem awful. Don't take that with a grain of salt. I don't spend money on these. And then the last thing about the game that I saw was a tournament mode. I did not play that because I think what I saw was you had to be ranked silver 3 to enter it, and I don't play competitive. I like to have fun. I know for a fact my skill level is not good enough to be in competitive. So my opinion isn't like, if you're a competitive player, this game could be a completely different experience for you. I'm not one, but if you're a casual player, this is one of the best multiplayer games I've played in a very, very, very long time. Like, I have not had this much fun with a PvP multiplayer game since Splatoon 3. It has it's amazing. It's actually amazing, genuinely. And to think we haven't even gotten those SFM models yet. But anyway, what would I give this game as a score? I mean, is it not obvious? 9. Solid 9 out of 10. This, as I already said, it's one of the most fun multiplayer games you can play, and in an era where the hero shooter genre it feels like it is a dime a dozen. Like, how many are out right now that you can play? Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch 2, Paladins. There's probably another one that I'm forgetting. Concord was out this year. They are a dime a dozen if you want hero shooters. This one, like, yeah, it's Marvel, so of course it's going to stand out, but this could have very easily been another crappy hero shooter that died out in like 2 months. But this, I genuinely feel like this game has staying power. And also, I'm making a prediction. I'm making a prediction right now. The next 2 characters to be added into this game are going to be Deadpool and Miles Morales. Mark my words. I am calling it now. If they're not the next 2, they will be within the next 5 characters. But I'm saying next 2. But yeah, 9 out of 10. Play this game. Play this game. Oh, also, that's also true. If you're on console like me, they have an option to turn on so you only play with console players. 9.2. All right, that's all about that's about all I got to say. Have a good day and enjoy Rivals. Oh yeah, that also made Wolverine height accurate.